Check that guy out, guys. He's drinking a beer, driving that red Ford pickup truck going up 47th Street. And that's how we're going to start this. Hold on. How's it going, guys? It is August 11th, 2025, here in Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. Couldn't even get my introduction in, and they're booming out there. Go out there, and black guys going up in a red Ford pickup truck, drinking a beer. What's Kansas City? Well, I didn't think you could drink beer as you're driving along in a vehicle. Isn't that an open container? Maybe not. It's Kansas City. You can do anything in Kansas City and Independence here. But this is Independence here too. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about, there was an incident that took place over the weekend up north of the river. And it had to do with a homeless. And there's also a lot of stuff going on here all over the city. It don't matter if it's, Kansas City, Raytown, Independence. Independence, I'm going to talk about two different things. I'm going to talk one up there by Worlds of Fun at the Burger King and Wendy's up there. And we're going to talk about over here by Planet Fitness and La Fuente's off 23rd and 291. So, me and my son, it was, I think that was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday when we went up there. Went up to the casino and played for a little bit and stuff. But went up there to Burger King, and then we went to Wendy's, got a small little, like a malt or whatever, shake, whatever you want to call it. But in the process, there was a homeless guy that was sleeping in Burger King. And this guy, he had a baseball bat. He had a machete that was sticking out of his backpack. And they were letting him sleep in there, sleep in Burger King. Now, there's some people in these places, they don't care. I mean, they like, some of these people are on drugs. Now, this one guy, he looked like one of these guys that was actually fighting another guy that I photographed one time before up there by World's Fun, up there by Burger King. And I got thinking, well, all these people think that that's nothing. A baseball bat can kill you if you get hit in the head. If you get hit with a machete, it can kill you. If you get hit with a hammer, it can kill you. So I got thinking about this for a guy. I thought, well, maybe it'd be a good idea to refresh people's memories just a little bit how dangerous some of this stuff is. I don't understand why any business has a right to refuse services somebody for certain things. Now, you go into places, it's posted, if you got conceal and carry, some places will say you can't carry a gun in there. You can't carry a knife. I go to the zoo. You can't carry a gun in there. You can't carry a knife. But these restaurants allowing, now I know McDonald's, they, a lot of some of these McDonald's have cut people down to 45 minutes about eating inside McDonald's, okay? Don't know anything about Burger King. Don't know anything about Wendy's. And the thing of it is, allowing these people to be in there. Got small children in here too on top of it. And, the guy's got a baseball bat, got a machete sticking out of his backpack. Don't need to have that. And this guy, he ain't playing baseball with some little kid. He's using this baseball bat. He would use this baseball bat as a weapon. And I just think if they're going to let him go in there, if they're going to let him sleep in there, and live in there, well, just let's not let them have the weapons. Let's not let them have the baseball bat or the machete. So what I did today, I went and got a cantaloupe. Hey, I also bought a watermelon too, but I didn't want to cut it up. So I thought, well, I'm going to show with this machete that this guy, I got several machetes here too that bought from Harbor Freight. And they're pretty good quality for what they are. I mean, they're not like the old machetes that were real thick steel, but So I thought, well, we're going to see if this will cut through. We're going to see. So I'm going to show that, guys. I'm also going to show what a hammer with a claw and hitting somebody just with the head of that hammer can do. So let's take a look at it first. Now, when we were up there, Kansas City, Missouri was sitting over by Wendy's. Now, Wendy's, we used to go in Wendy's a lot, and it was really strong with weed smell. But it's been really cleaned up there. I mean, up there at Wendy's, they've really cleaned it up. It's not. Kansas City, Missouri was setting off at this. There's a kind of like a church-like place across the street. They were sitting across there. I'm going to show that too, because this deters stuff. And I was noticing over there at that Quick Trip, there wasn't a whole bunch of those homeless and druggies and stuff, you know, dealing drugs and doing the things. I seen one guy, one homeless guy walking. He was just, well, if he ain't doing anything and there's nothing, you know, then there's nothing wrong with that. But this other stuff that's going on, not so good. And also when we come back, well, we went up there Friday night and Saturday, but this took place on Saturday. But what I found interesting on Saturday was Independence Place. They've been working 23rd pretty good too, doing a pretty good job. But on Friday night, they slipped. Friday night, back over there by the pawn shop and stuff, there was some hooking going on and stuff. Now, I didn't post that because I run out. I only got so many SD cards and so much storage space. But I got Saturdays, and there was a car that was sitting over there in the parking lot and one on the street. I'm going to show that, and I'm going to show Independence had two cruisers that were sitting in this parking lot at the other end. Might have been good if they kind of was, maybe one sitting down on that street, maybe the other one sitting in the parking lot. It might have helped a little bit better. But I mean, they are deterring it more, which is a good thing. But I want to show this real quick because I just, you know, I get to think when we go in these places, we go to eat. I just, you know, I can't imagine. Why am I sitting in here with people with machetes and stuff? If I can find I don't know what I did with that other photo. This was a couple years back. There was another gal over here that was going to actually chop the head off of the manager at Wendy's over here on Nolan. And the gal, she never made it up there. The gal got mad. They had the machete. She went outside and she hit the glass. Now, it didn't bust the glass. But, you know, I just think if this manager would have come up there, what would have happened? You know? And then it's like Kansas City's always like, well, we don't understand why, you know, all this is going on. Well, yeah, it needs to be taken care of. Now, you know, up in D.C., they're gonna crack down up at there. And they're already having a big to-do about all that stuff. But a lot of these homeless are on drugs. And that's no excuse to just let them keep doing the drugs. They need to get help. Some of them have mental illness. I go this weekend, me and my son, when we come back from Walmart, there's another gentleman up here off 291, off 40 highway. It's always moving his hands in the air. He's always jerking around. He's always... Well, now, you guys don't think he doesn't need some kind of medication maybe to help him, to stabilize him, to maybe where he can function okay in society? I mean, you know, it would be good if these people got diagnosed and see which ones, you know, are a threat, which ones aren't a threat. And then there's the ones that are doing the drugs. See, there's different, what's that other YouTuber? I'm not affiliated with any other YouTuber channels, but I listen to lots of them. Dabu7. And lately, Dabu, I don't know, he's some of the stuff he's been saying has been kind of out there, man. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion, but I think that they are trying to do a world of good, trying to get some of this crime and these drugs and stuff down. And some of these people are not, anyway in Kansas City, are not being helped. They're not getting facilities. They're not getting the help that they need. And I see them go around every day. It don't matter if they're in their shopping carts or something else. They're not helping them. Now, then some people say, well, some of them don't want help. Well, okay, if some of them don't want help, then we don't want them, you know, depends. Then where does this go from there? If they're out stealing or if they're doing something else, then, you know, then that's their problem then. Because they've had the opportunity. But I don't think some of these people here have actually been helped. And I mean, I'm talking about the ones that have some of the mental illnesses. I'm not talking about the ones that's on drugs because they just keep doing it again and again and again and again. So let's take a look at this real quick. And I'm going to show this photo of this guy. And I'm going to show a picture of this. You can kind of see the handle in the backpack. It's kind of blurred a little bit there in Wendy's. But It's just unreal. And guy, you can see the guy, he's sleeping, his face is down on the table. And not good, guys. Because some of these people even could have schizophrenia. And people with schizophrenia can be fine. They can just be normal, just like me or you, anybody else. And then all of a sudden, bam, they can turn an instant. They can start hearing voices talking to them. They can do, but medication can control that. That can help those people. And it's just, I mean, some of this stuff is just crazy out there. But some of these people do need help. And, I think Dabu, he was talking about, well, he thinks they're going to round everybody up mentally and not help. I don't think that's what Trump would do. I think he's there to try to get these drugs off, and they need the people that are into drugs and stuff, they're for the drug stuff. They're for the chaos. They're for that stuff, and that's not good. But I think, everybody's got to be given a chance here. And if they're not given a chance, to help them and stuff. But, Dabu was saying something about being homeless. And, there's a lot of homeless out there. But there's these people, well, he's not living in Kansas City where I'm living at. Because I see these people, some of these ones in these cars, they are dealing drugs. I catch them all the time passing stuff. I catch them stealing things. I see them, when I catch them with my cameras, or I catch them on my dash cam. There was a gal one time up here, it was about 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. She was stealing a bicycle. She had a tow rope around the deal. And I thought, well, what is this gal doing going across the street at that time in the morning that she's got a tow? Well, it was somebody's bicycle. They had a chain on it. And she was towing it, pulling it behind her across the street, so they could chop it up or sell it or whatever. And what do you call that, guys? That's crazy. That is crazy. So let's take a look at this. Okay, guys, what you're looking at right here is inside Burger King. And this guy, he's got like PJ bottoms on, or like some kind of pants baggy pants on. And see if I can get that brighter there. Let's see if I can get it to. Over here is his backpack. And I did it in black and white because I'm gonna let you guys can see where that handle's at. So hold on here. Okay, now I got my pen right here, and you see this little black that looks like handle sticking up here. That's out of one part. He had a couple look like backpacks over there with him, backpacks, and whatever. But this here was a machete. And back behind him was a baseball bat on top of it. Now, do they really need to have somebody? There was kids going in here and stuff and everything else. This is where there's problems. And these people, like I say, they're some of the ones that are dealing the drugs and stuff like that. And then it's like, we could also say, well, where's Kansas City, Missouri up here? Why aren't they helping them getting them assistance then? See, I don't buy all this. I don't buy all this BS, and I don't buy it. It's like Trump's deal. Let's get this job done. Let's get this done. Let's get this fixed. And the only way to fix it is to go in and do what they got to do. Now, hold on. I want to show that one more time here. And like I said, I don't know if you guys can see that handle in this deal right here. Let's see if I can darken this maybe just a hair. If I do, I don't know if it'll... I don't think it's going to do it. I bring it in. No, it's not going to do it very well. I wanted you guys to see that first. Now, hold on. Okay, guys. I'm just going to play this to show you when I hit this here. Get this to go. Now watch this. This is a machete. Well, that could be somebody's head. That was a brand new Harbor Freight machete. You see, you just slice that baby up. That's crazy. Let me show you another picture of this. Hold on. Let's see what we got going on out here. That's our daily run fire truck. Pumper 39. Well, this is Kansas City. This is Independence, Missouri, guys. Now hold on, I'm trying to get the rest of that video done for you guys. Try to show this one more time, guys. I'm hurrying. I keep getting interrupted here. Let's see if we can see this real quick here. Hold on. One more time. So that machete would be deadly to anybody. Somebody got hit with that. That's what one of that guy was carrying. One like that. Now hold on. Okay, guys. So what I did, like I say, the other homeless guy up here off 291, black guy up here by that Planet Fitness in LaFuente's, he's carrying a solid, kind of like a hammer pick, or like a solid steel hammer. So I'm going to take what was left of this cantaloupe. I'm going to hit it with the claw first, but then I'm going to hit it with the head point. And I want to show you guys real quick what kind of damage that would do. Now, when I held this up, the camera didn't catch it all. So I went back, I got the rest of the cantaloupe, and I wanted to show you guys what it actually, the hole that it left in this cantaloupe. But I wanted you guys to see me hit this with this claw. And it went through like butter. I mean, it was just like butter there. That I'd kill somebody instantly. That wouldn't, not good. Not good at all. So I'm going to hit it this time with the flat head of the hammer. And it left a hole almost like a shotgun would. I mean, it put a hole that big through it. So I want to show that real quick here. My phone didn't stop on me. It's still counting down. "48 seconds more, guys." So I'm going to hit it with the hammer, flathead this time. You imagine somebody hit you in the head with that? And this guy, he's carrying that in his backpack. See, I didn't catch it, but I'm going to show you what it looked like here. So hold on just a second, guys. Just a second. There's the hole it left. Well, I mean, you know, you'd be dead. About 25, 30 seconds, that'd be it. You'd bleed to death. And not good. Now I'm going to show this guy. And this guy, he has a tendency to walk up by Planet Fitness every day. He walks that down there by LaFuente's and in front of that arcade and then on off by that Select over there. And then he walks onto the media out there in between cars and stuff. But he had this hammer and pick sticking out so he could just reach right back and grab it fairly quickly if he needed to. And I was thinking, well, why does he need something like that? So hold on, guys.